Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello students, my name is Sanjay Jain. Today we will start a new chapter called area related to circles. Okay. Now in this chapter we will calculate the areas of some special parts of circle like segments and sectors, etc. You are already familiar with the areas and perimeters of various geometrical figures, right? Like circle and square, parallelogram, etc. In case of circle, we know the perimeter as circumference, right? Area is area in circle. Now, we also know that perimeter of a circle is known as circumference, and circumference and diameter has a constant ratio in case of circles. And what is that ratio? That ratio is known as pi. Let us say, what is the circumference of a circle? It is 2 pi r, right? And what is the diameter of a circle? It is 2r. If you take the ratio, this is the ratio of circumference and diameter, right? Circumference is 2 pi r, diameter is twice of radius, that is 2r. Now if you take this ratio is pi, right? And we know that pi is an irrational number, non-terminating, non-repeating, right? And we can take the approximate value of pi as 22 by 7, okay? If it is not mentioned, then we can take the approximate value as 22 by 7. Otherwise, we can take the approximate value as 3.14. This symbol signifies the approximate value, right? This is equality, this is approximate. So the value of pi is approximately 3.14, right? If it is mentioned in the question that you have to take value of pi as 3.14, then you have to take the value as 3.14. Otherwise, if it is not mentioned, you can take the value as 22 by 7 also. Now, this number pi is an irrational number, it is clear. Also, let's revise this concept once. If I cut the circle along the radii, let us say this radius and this radius, okay, and this arc, this part is known as sector, right? And if I cut the circle like this, then the area enclosed between this chord and this arc is known as segment, right? This you already know, but I have told you just to revise this concept, right? Another thing, that this is a circle, okay? The boundary of this circle is the perimeter or the circumference, right? Now if you want to calculate this area is pi r square, where r is the radius of this circle, right? If the radius of this circle is denoted by r, then we will say area of this circle is pi r square, right? And this result can be verified by dividing this circle into a number of pieces, these small sectors. You can divide this circle into these small sectors, right? And if you adjust these sectors like this, you take this sector out and put it here, then you take this sector out and put it here in the opposite direction, right? Then take the third sector out and put it here, okay? Now these sectors that we are taking out should be very small, very small, so that this curve is minimum, okay? This should look like a straight line. If you take this sector really small, then this curvature will start looking like a straight line, right? Then again you take a piece from here and adjust it here, right? And keep on doing that until you take out all the pieces from here, right? Now tell me, I have taken all the pieces from this circle and completed this figure here, okay? So this side of this figure will consist of half the circumference, and half the circumference will come on this part, right? Once I complete this figure, taking out all these parts, now if I calculate the area of this figure, it will be equal to the area of this circle, right? And in this part I have used half the circumference, so this length is pi r. What is the circumference? Circumference is 2 pi r. If I take half the circumference on one side, it will be pi r, right? And what is this length? This length is nothing but the radius, which is r. So this length is r, right? The key to verify this result is that we take these pieces really small, okay, so that this starts looking like a straight line, okay. And anyways, we are calculating the, this is just to verify, this is not the exact proof of this area of circle, right? So now if this is a rectangle and one side is pi r and one side is r, what will be the area? Length into breadth, which is pi r into r. So this area is pi r square. So this is how we can verify that the area of a circle with radius r is pi r square, right? So by now these things are clear, that circumference of a circle with radius r is equal to 2 pi r. Area of the circle with radius r is pi r square, right? Diameter is double of radius, and one more thing, that pi is ratio of circumference and diameter, right? This ratio is always constant and equal to pi. What it means is, you take any circle in this universe, and if you divide its circumference with the diameter of that circle, then the ratio will always be pi, and pi is an irrational number. Approximate value of pi is 22/7 or 3.14, right?